Last month I missed a date that I should have mentioned and the story with it. It was the 25th of March 1918 when Bishop Alain de Bomigny founded the Handmaids of the Lord, a local Indigenous congregation known by their title AD. So you're with Mission Alive. This is Roger from MSC Mission Office. Bishop Alain de Bomigny founded the sisters to work in the mission. This was an important step, and the sisters are still going, and they still have many works and have developed quite well. It was an Indigenous religious congregation. Also, somewhat earlier in 1912, Bishop Coupe over in Rabaul founded the FMI sisters, the Daughters of Mary Immaculate. And later in the 50s, there were others founded by the SVD sisters, and priests. For Coupe and de Bomigny, who were often in communication, the point was to have one group of people within the population as dedicated Christians and to go deeper into the faith as an example to the people and also as a means of bringing evangelization more to the people, because they were of the people and therefore closer to the general population of the people. So it was an evangelizing strategy for them. And the FMIs are still going and quite strong and have many different works now. So they were to take then the faith to a greater depth and therefore influence the people. They also at the time took on a pastoral work with the people, some health, maybe some education. And later, after the Second Vatican Council in the 60s, there was a move with religious, particularly the local congregations, to go on courses and to become more qualified as nurses, teachers and pastoral workers. And these two congregations went in that direction also, and that is part of the way that they work now. The AD sisters have a great dedication to Bishop Alain de Bomigny, whose cause has been introduced in Rome for canonization. He is now at a stage where he's referred to as venerable. But the AD sisters just say, as a matter of fact, of course he cures people. We know that. He does it all the time. And some of the sisters have stories about how that has happened. One sister who had been a nurse, she had a relic of de Bomigny, and there was an incident where one young girl was dying, definitely dying. She said she was turning blue. So this is to put on the girl's chest this relic, and the girl survived. But many of these cures are not able to be used in the course, because the course demands that we have doctors' records and written statements, etc., as evidence of the cure. But for the sisters, they know implicitly, and for many of the people, that Alain de Bomigny does cure people, and they have great faith in it. And that's important because that builds up the faith of the people. Some years ago we had to exhume his body as part of the process towards the cause, and we did that, and at that time I was made promoter of the cause. So this general faith of the people is important in building up an awareness of that aspect of faith in de Bomigny as curing. Another little story in that was outside of Port Moresby, a place called Nazareth. The sisters have a big convent which has been in the past part of their formation and a retirement place for many of the old sisters and many things. So there's this bell up there, and the man who built that place and put the bell tower up was Father Alphonse Bon, and he in himself is another whole story. But in the middle of the night sometimes the bell rings For no reason the bell rings. The sisters don't worry about it. They say, our Papa, that is the Bishop, Alan de Beaumanoir, our Papa is telling us that one of the sisters has died, and we'll find out all about it in the morning. They roll over and go back to sleep, and invariably the next morning they do get news that one of the sisters, somewhere or other, wherever they may be, has actually died. So interesting stories, all part of the mission. Thank you for being with us.